Hello and welcome everybody. This is Mechanical Gamer here, and welcome to episode 6 of our Let's Play American Truck Simulator live stream. We left off yesterday. We were getting ready to head up north, thinking about heading up north toward Port Engles, Washington, with a load from Texarkana, Texas. Actually, Texarkana, Arkansas, excuse me. And I think today we're going to carry that out. These long loads give us quite a bit of experience, as well as quite a bit of points, quite a bit of cash as well. So there are benefits to them, but we're going to continue with our upgrades. All right, freight market. And see, the offer would expire in just a few hours, so we almost missed this one. We actually drew the short straw, we actually drew the proper straw by the luck of our pants here, so. This is a double trailer, which means that it will be a little bit harder for us to tow. But we're mostly going to be sticking to interstates. I think if it gets us up to I-80, I'm going to take I-80. I'll take I-80 to 84 in Salt Lake, or to 15 in Salt Lake. We'll cut up to 84, and then we'll cut up to. Then we'll take I-5 up to Tacoma. And Tacoma, we're almost there, so that means we're really close at that point. But from here, we just got to get over there. So it's going to be quite the drive. I'm probably not going to talk as much on this one as I normally do. This is the first job, by the way, that we are doing where we're debt-free. Besides that first job we took. Yes, coming down to Texarkana, Texas. In the last episode, we got all the money we ever would need to pay up the loans. And now all we have to do is maintain that. And if we can maintain a debt-free style, debt-free life, then we're set. Let's get on out of Arkansas here and start heading back up toward Washington on another long haul mission. And more than likely, yes, this will be the only mission today, being as this is going to take us probably several hours to do. And our truck is really not that powerful in terms of how trucks go. I mean, don't get me wrong, this guy's got some power, but not like the vehicles of the future. We're almost to a level where replacement is necessary. I think level 15 is when we'll be abandoning this vehicle, either for a trade-in or we'll be throwing it behind another driver and getting a new truck. now, let's just hope these guys actually know how to use the light. Because we do need to get on the freeway, so we can't try to pass them this trailer load. And we'll see how many short straws we draw. What I mean when I say short straws, it's basically that every time we have to visit a way station, that's a short straw. Come on, you guys, you're gonna make it till we don't make that light. Oh, I should push you out in the intersection. If we're taking I-80, our hardest part on that area is going to be just outside Cheyenne, Wyoming. We got to hope the port of entry in Wyoming is friendly to us, or we're going to be struggling with the hill in Cheyenne. Not only that, but we got to hope our sleep schedule and fuel and refueling are also friendly to us as well. Wide this turn. So better transmissions of the future. We'll be probably pushing 55, 60 with a load like this after that much distance. And if we get lucky and we can get to sleep, say Nebraska or Upper Kansas, then we'll get through Cheyenne without having to stop, because we'll top off our tank up there. Probably top off our tank wherever we stay tonight. All right. So this is not an interstate. I personally would have preferred that it would be, because then you don't have to slow down and speed up you do with mountain road drive, with rural road driving. In a small town like this, you got to slow down. Interstate, pretty much maybe a little bit of a slowdown sometimes, but pretty much solid speed all the way through. Glad to see this truck can actually handle this much weight. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be surprised that this thing's handling it. We did upgrade the engine. The only thing that didn't get upgraded was the transmission, because the new transmission wasn't as powerful as this guy is. That was a close one. Okay, our first way station's coming up. We have all these frickin' bricks right next to us. If we draw a short straw, they're gonna have to realize we're gonna want to get over. Let's get over now, because we can. because we're entering Oklahoma. So let's see what we get. Short straw. So we're just slightly less than a normal load. I thought we would be a lot heavier than what we actually are, so that's not too bad. We've had loads that were 78 that we've done trips like this on, so we should be fine. I am going to get smart with this. Make them wait on me. No, we're not slowing down. Might have to though, because the limit's not picking up. Toll. Cruise control set. Oh, we're starting to yawn. Gonna be several sleeps on this trip. At least 3, maybe even 4. 35 hours, so yeah, easily 3, maybe 4. Just drew a short straw there. Every idiot and their grandma had to turn or stop in the middle of the highway. Right before a hill, too. Next rest stop, we're gonna have to stop. We're in Tulsa now, though. Yeah, we'll get off. We'll stop here to sleep. About to get fuel somewhere else. I don't want to incur the penalties of not having enough sleep. I really hope I could sleep there. Let's take a look at the map real quick. And it's questionable. We're gonna find out. Because that's a garage, I think, at the headquarters. Don't know if we can sleep there unless we own it. Try. We can give it a try. This may not have been wise. We ain't gonna be able to do this. Oh yeah, we can't sleep in Tulsa. We have to remember that. How much damage did we do to these trucks? Not much. Back on the highway we go. Oh, at least we know we can't do that. I'm not gonna take out a loan to buy that. It's $100,000 for those stops. May end up having to incur a small fee because of that. Yes, I know I should find a place to rest. We are trying to do that. Want Enid, though, all the way over. Not a fan of Tulsa in the game. Nowhere to sleep, Tulsa. Thinking about headlight usage. Hoping that gas station up there, the rest stop. It does. We'll top off tank and sleep. Perfect. Ask for a better deal. Let's top the tank off first since we are actually pointed right at the pumps. And then we'll pull in right next to this tanker here. Go to sleep. Back on the main road we go. This time with a full tank of gas. A full night's rest. Let's see how far this tank gets me. Hopefully, won't have to rest again till Laramie, Wyoming. But that's wishful thinking. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. We will never make that Tulsa mistake again unless I own that headquarters in Tulsa. Now we're going to start heading up north. Please no short straw. Just got up the speed. Kansas. That's whole roads. We don't really have very many of these out west. Stay in the center. We're going on through. We want to get up to Nebraska. Then we start heading west along the I-80 corridor to Salt Lake. Set that like that, sir. I see you there, kitty. We're getting away with it. Selena. Or I shouldn't say U-Haul, around the camper. Yeah, it looks exactly like where they're taking us is I-80, so that's good. Getting on that for a while through the state of Wyoming. And then all you gotta do is complete the trip from Reno to Salt Lake. We've got most of the I-80 corridor at that moment. At least the I-80 corridor that's in the game. Because believe it or not, I-80 ends in the state of New Jersey, just outside of New York City. So, we have a speed limit change. We're going to drop 5 miles an hour. No longer on freeway. We're getting close to the Kansas-Nebraska border. Mile-an-hour zone coming up. Yep, we're going to town here. I think we're still in Kansas. Nebraska's kind of a hard one to determine because they have a green sign that's very much like any other sign. So very plain and bland and boring. Start pushing it. Oh, we've caught back up to this guy. Matter of fact, you're about to see plain, bland, and boring. See what I mean? It's just a green sign with a circle on it. Or put something that showcases your state. Anything's more interesting than a small tower with a circle on it and a sign that says the good life. Well, I know some people are upset about, or might be upset about, the fact they're doing the Dakotas before continuing out east. You know, I've had open discussions with friends of mine that play this game that are not happy about that, and I've told them, look, think about it. They got to keep the map balanced. You don't want to have to drive around, you know, around everything to get to Detroit now, do you? If you're coming from Seattle now, do you? He's like, But he's like, no, I would be happy. I wouldn't be happy if I had to transfer down to 80. I'm like, I said, so you need the I-90 corridor. So you need a few states there. You need, because I-90 doesn't touch Iowa. So you need Wisconsin. You need Minnesota. You need South Dakota. Here's the truck stop we stayed at the last time we were in Nebraska. And it's the same thing for the 94 corridor. You know, maybe we want to be able to go to Milwaukee without having to go around. And that means the I-94 corridor, that goes through North Dakota. So getting these states done, getting them out of the way, then they can actually focus on the eastern U.S., which, by the way, is more populous than anywhere else in the country. But they've laid down a good backbone here with what we've got. Okay, we're getting on to 80 West. Hopefully we don't get hit by we don't draw too many short straws. We are right now 2-0 on short and long straws. Okay, that's a mistake. Makers of the Realism mod, Real Stores, there are no In-N-Out burgers in Nebraska, guys. That's something we need to address. So if we do make Wyoming, that kind of tells you how small these states really are, where we're at. Because to tell you the truth, people, you know, Nebraska is big, but it's not as big as some of these other states that are out west. It's probably one of the biggest of the Midwestern states, besides Texas. I know people from the Dakotas will probably argue that, will try to argue that with me, but truth is, North and South Dakota are not big. They're small, like Kansas. They're like Kansas as well. They're not super big and they're not super small. But they're not giant like California or Texas or even Nevada, for that matter. Nevada and even Wyoming, because you think about it. Actually, Wyoming's not that bad, but you know, Nevada, if you're driving from Reno to Vegas, it's 8 hours and you're in the same state. A lot of these Midwest states, you could drive through them in 3 or 4 hours. Come on, old girl, get up to speed. Yes, sir, we are gaining on you. I know there's a way station here in the middle of Nebraska. Hope we don't draw a short straw there. We're going to cruise control at 80. Elm Creek, that's the farming simulator map from FS22. Funny, but it's actually a real place here. Yep, you might want to get over, sir. We are going faster than you. If we don't get stopped at the next few way stations, we'll be up into Wyoming, somewhere in mid-Wyoming for the night. Heck, if we get really lucky, we might be in western Wyoming or even eastern Utah, but the latter is more likely not to happen. I can see Rawlins, Salt Lake, or Evanston. That's probably unlikely. Well, especially if we draw a short straw here. And we drew a friggin' another one. Now that's something they need to fix. Because we've had 3 stops, we've gone 3 for 3. We shouldn't be drawing short straws on every way station. It won't be as bad when we have more horsepower and better transmissions for the get up and go. we can get back over in that fast lane now. You know, sir, there really is no purpose for you to have gotten over. Yeah, you realized it now. Stupid moron. We lost a lot of momentum because of him. You're gonna wait. Because half the darn state to get back up to 80 miles an hour. We're already up to the Denver Junction, 76. So Sydney is in Nebraska, while Cheyenne is the capital of Wyoming, so we're getting close to that Wyoming border. Let's hope we don't draw a short straw when we get there. Knowing our luck, we will. Stop at the port of entry and have to try to suck getting up that hill to Laramie. But in the case that we don't, that'd be great, because if we just keep pushing through at 80 and we go up the mountain, we're going to lose a bit of speed to get to Laramie. But once we're up there, then it's not too hilly from there on out along the I-80 corridor through Wyoming. But we're getting ready to leave the plains for the mountains, and the mountains can be a bit of a struggle for these lower level equipment in these trucks. Especially when you're hauling a double trailer that weighs 74,000 pounds. An amazing 37 tons. Passing through the rest area. By the rest area, I should say. And there's not much of Nebraska left. That's the turn to Sydney right there. Means we should be seeing the oil refineries outside of Cheyenne here anytime now. is Potter. That's the last pound in Nebraska. Wyoming state line is not too far away now. There's the refinery, so let's get over just in case we get short straw. There's a very good chance we're going to. Wow, we get to pass through. Oh, I didn't want to chance it. Get back over. We'll top off fuel in Laramie. Guess we're gonna have to top it off because we're getting kind of low. Want to do it at the top of a mountain. That way we're not trying to build up speed to the mountain. We're going to lose a bit of it here anyway, so we're down to a quarter tank, but we can go a little bit further now. We got a bigger tank than we did when we were dealing with it in Eugene, Oregon. Go up the center lane. We're now coming into the mountains. Stay in the slow lane because we're going to lose a lot of our speed climbing to the summit here. This is the first of many hard passes for this run. I'm gonna hit my map here. Find some fuel up in Laramie, Wyoming. Hell, this one. We're gonna get off on the second exit, and we're gonna go to that one. And then it'll probably give us the exploration because we'll enter the bounding box at some point for Laramie. You stupid moron. You choose now to get over. Why were you over in this fast lane in the first place? Well, this guy does not know how to make up his mind. He wants to get rear-ended. He's a scammer. Oh my gosh, he doesn't know how to do the speed limit either. And we did hit the bounding box for Laramie, so we did discover it this time. Actually, we've never been through here. This is the first time through here. We got to get off for fuel, so I'll have a look. I'll have to make a decision whether I want the station on the left or the right. I need to have a look at the station on the right. See if it's big enough to handle my dual load with ease. I'm going to take the one on the left. It's going to be easier for us. The only reason why we're stopping in Laramie today is to get fuel. These big truck stops like we see here are a lot easier to work with. $186 gallons. And we only have 30 left. We could have kept going, but I ain't risking it. And yes, of course, before we finish this episode, when we get up to our destination in Washington, we will do upgrades if they're possible. I would assume we're going to get at least one level, maybe two if we're lucky. We are low level 11, so we might only see one. Rawlins or Rock Springs is where we're gonna probably end up tonight, by the looks of it. I could probably push it to Salt Lake, but we'll see how we're looking when we get to Rawlins or Rock Springs. Up to 80, wow. Should be hearing the yawns any minute now. The bed's full pretty much. The first one. See if we can make it to Rock Springs. Yawn. It's probably going to be Rock Springs. We just found Rawlins. Look at our map. Oh, it's taking the route that I thought it was going to take, so that's good. Yeah, let's look at this one. So we want to get to we want to go through Rock Springs and hit this one. That's where we're going. It may put us somewhere right around 1,000 miles to go too, so that'd be perfect. Oh yeah, we got to make it to mid-Wyoming. We're into Rock Springs. We're gonna pass through this one. Not gonna slow down for these unless we see a cop. Our turnoff's up here anyway. There it is. That's the rest stop we want to stay at, Little America. Okay, so we should top the tank off. That first. And we've only used maybe 15, 20 gallons or whatever. It's probably fits more than that, 41. So we could have gone further, but I'm gonna be a jack wagon. All right. Back on the highway. Our next sleep will probably be either in Washington or Oregon. We're already more than halfway to our destination. Now we may draw a short straw at this one. I don't know though. We're gonna find out. We got lucky. We've gone three. When it comes to way stations, we've drawn the short straw on 3 of the 4. This is gonna be number 5 coming up just after Evanston. There's a port of entry one. We'll see if we draw the short straw there. On 83, I don't think we're going to be able to get much faster with this load. Better get it up, sir. Probably gave that guy a heart attack, but you know, if you're gonna merge on the highway, you've got to be doing highway speed. Especially when you have a semi that's barreling down at you that is doing highway speed, freeway speeds. So yeah, make sure you're doing that when you get on. Evanston's been discovered. Only 70 miles from Salt Lake, so we're getting close. Short straw. Also, I do calculate for your fuel weight. I don't know if they do it right, though. It might. 6 pounds per gallon. We are in Utah. Yes, we want Ogden 84. Sunrise by the looks of it. coming down the mountains now. We're on the other side of the Rockies, pretty much. Ogden, Utah is basically the border of the Rockies, just like Salt Lake is. Please no short straw. You gotta be kidding me. We just got hit with one of these 50 miles ago. So we've missed one, we've hit 5. So we have taken this route up north toward Butte. Now we're going to stay on the straight away and head toward Boise. So we're going to want that fast lane. We are heading further west than northern Idaho this time. We're going to northwestern Washington. There's the Idaho border. We gotta drop 5 miles an hour. The cop was hiding right there. He tried. truck's right lane. Well, we're speeding, so probably gonna catch up to this Newmont guy here. I better get over because there's a good chance we're not gonna go. We're gonna go 6-1 instead of not. Yep, I predicted it. 6-1. Somebody shoot me now. Yeah, I don't care that I've burned nearly 100 pounds of freaking gas. I would like to be able to just drive. Why are all these cars coming in here? Yep, so we've got 7 skills that we've hit, that we've passed by, and we've hit 6 of them. A little bit too much, if you ask me. And it's probably going to be at least a few more. At least. Pushing on through. Yeah, I wish we could do 80 in the state of state of Idaho. That'd be so nice. Less than a mile. We're not really worried about that. We're going till about 5 or 6 o'clock at night on our driving. Means we're probably going to be in Washington or very close to Washington when we park it for the night. getting closer here to Boise now. I'd assume. Boise's only like a 4-hour drive from Salt Lake, if I remember correctly. It's far, but it ain't terribly far. Yep, we've got a moron. We're having to make our own lane. Idiot in the bus. Exit 95, so I think we're about 95 miles from, if that's right, if the 1 mile marker that is near the border. Then we're not too far from Boise, about 40 miles or so away. Read that sign there, because we're not that far. So this valley that we're in, Snake River Valley, was mostly made from the Yellowstone caldera eruptions over the last 20 million years or so. And that's why this is all lowland and not very mountainous in here, whereas it's surrounded by mountains everywhere else. As that caldera has moved further and further eastward, it has taken chunks out of the terrain and dropped it 4,000 feet, creating the valleys that we're in. It's an interesting fact when you look at it and think about it. Okay, we've discovered Boise. You know, sir, if you're not going to go as fast as the traffic in that lane, you shouldn't be in that lane. Oh, then again, we are speeding. Not bothering to slow down either. We're already almost through Boise, Idaho. Okay, I see Nampa. Is that what I'm seeing there? Sure am. So we're now basically through Idaho. Nampa is on the border of Idaho and Oregon. Once we hit the city of Ontario, that is Oregon. Now that we're out of the metro, we're back up to 70. A moron in the trailer. Good, you finally realized it. We are now in the state of Oregon. We are going to have to let off another 5 miles an hour because it's 55 for us. So we have made it through 2 more states. We've gone from, gotten through what was left of Wyoming. We went through the part of Utah that we need to go through. We cut through the whole of Idaho pretty much. Now we got to cut through the whole of Oregon, which is going to take us most of this day. We'll see just how close we get to the Washington border. We might even make Washington. We might make Olympia if we're lucky. We'll see. There are some tough hills coming up, or tough mountain. Yeah, tough hills or mountains, whatever you want to call them, coming up. Some areas where we're going to have to slow down because there's some tight turns on the I-84 corridor between Nampa and Portland. We're nowhere near tired. We're about halfway through our day for sleep. That's good. We're still in Mountain Daylight Time, but that will change here soon. There is a small portion of Oregon that is in MDT. That, honestly, to tell you the truth, this whole area where we are should be in Pacific Standard Time if we just switched, matter of fact. Because to tell you the truth, we are so far west that we're almost at the center of that time zone here. The reason why this isn't because Boise's not, and Boise's not because it's influenced by Salt Lake. So they've chosen to put themselves on Salt Lake time, whereas Upper Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, and all that is in Pacific Daylight Time. So luckily for us, most of this trip has been on the interstates. That will change when we get up to Olympia if it hasn't before then. We're easily doing more than 500, almost close to 1,000 miles a day. That's crazy. I think we did 750 yesterday, and it looks like we're going to do about the same today. Oh, here we come up on those hairpin turns I was telling you guys about. think there's even a way station up here. See if we go 7 and 1 instead of 2 and 6, or 7 and 6, or 6 and 2. We're gonna find out. I know there's a way station up in this area. If I remember correctly. Yep, it's over there. I think it's for the other side of the highway. Sharp curves ahead. No crud. No duh, we know. Speed. Getting close to that quarter tank marker, so we're gonna have to find fuel at some point here soon. Truck's gonna have just over 9,000. Yep, here's that way station I was telling you guys about. Let's see if we go 6 and 2 or 7 and 1. It's gonna be 6 and 2. How nice. The Oregonians did something right for once. Oh, they're pretty packed. This is where we have to slow down a bit. There's a runaway right there, just in case your brakes fail. I've actually seen trucks use that in real life, guys. This is the worst part, though, of this particular part of the drive. The interstates, at least, here on. We've now finished with the windy part. Pendleton. We're less than 400 miles away from our destination. We are going to see if we can get to 200 or under. Okay. Captain Lowe's. You shouldn't be in this lane. It's all my speed because you don't know how to go 65. We don't have room really to make our own lane. We're gaining on you, sir. Get over now? Or is he gonna be a true jerk? See here, he's gonna be a true jerk. I've been riding your bumper for the last 100 miles. Must have bet when we pass him, he gets over. I need a map. Get gas at the stop. This one. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we'll do that one there. I think we have enough fuel to get there. Looking for Siva. I told you guys it takes several hours to do these longer trips, 2 to 3 hours. We just got the alert that we're running low on fuel. The Dalles has been discovered. Let's not chance it. Let's get off here. Oh, we can't get off there. Yeah, let's get off the highway here and get our fuel. Let's not chance it. I mean, I'm confident, yeah, we probably could make it. But, you know, playing with the fate's not a smart idea. Stop on over here, get some fuel. Get back on the road. Perfect big stop too. Probably gonna be somewhere 160 probably. Wow, called it almost to the dot. We had only 18 gallons left in the tank. That is not good. So yeah, we could have made that other stop. But we're still not up to par with big tanks yet, so let's not risk it. And we also haven't started researching the fuel economy researches, which are going to be the next, which will probably be part of the next block we start doing. We'll probably start doing an alternation between that one and another. We'll do 2 of that one, then 2 of the other. Because we are starting to get up into the levels now where things are a bit easier, or we'll be getting more advanced equipment. But, you know, 15, 16, that's when we'll start seeing the more advanced equipment. We're pulling the bigger loads up over the mountains. Okay, so we've done 6 and 2. Let's see if we're gonna make it 7 and 2, or 3 and 7, or excuse me, 6 and 3. Be 6 and 3. Finally, we're getting a break from these way stations. Feel very lopsided though, but and we probably will have at least one or two more up in Washington. Hey, haven't I seen this guy before? No, that was a light blue truck, just the same load. So by the looks of it, we're going to have cut through 3 states. Today, so, or in this daytime. So we have cut through Utah, we've cut through Idaho, and now we're cutting through Oregon. So this was the fuel stop we were going to stop at. Yeah, we could have easily made this. Got the Vancouver turnoff in a mile. We are heading north now. Well, there's the first yawn. So yeah, we're probably going to be sleeping somewhere in southern Washington or Olympia, that area. We want Vancouver. Yeah, it looks like we definitely got within the 200-mile mark. This bridge right here is going to probably put us in Washington. That's what I'm seeing, if I'm seeing that correctly. Yep, this is Washington State. We will want to merge onto this highway, this interstate, or whatever this is here. This will take us over to I-5, which will take us up towards Seattle. Very much likely we're going to get the Vancouver Discovery now. Pretty darn close to its bounding box. Yep, there we are. We're going to stay at 65. We're going to stay on until we find the next rest stop. Right now we're driving along the Columbia River, heading toward Interstate 5, head north towards Seattle. get over. Want to stay on the 5 corridor for a while. Okay, there's a sleep spot there, but we're not going that way, so looking for the next one along this corridor. Just got our first tired warning. I see a rest stop, and we can get off. Yep, and this is where we're gonna rest for the night. Just a little under 120, only about 120 miles to go. That's interesting. Isn't that interesting how short of a distance we have left to go? We shall top off the fuel. I don't know if we need to top off the fuel, actually. Think about it. We're only going another 130 miles. 124 miles now. So this truck stop's going to be kind of difficult for us because we have a dual trailer. So we need a spot where we can try to in the morning, either A, turn around, or like in this case, just plow right over the lawn here. You plow over the lawn. Careful. Now, and since we're here, screw it. We'll put the 20 gallons or whatever it is in there. Alright, now let's get up to Port Angle or whatever that is. Now, some of you may be asking, why did we ship this by truck, not by boat? Well, it is faster to ship this by truck, just so you know. Truck or train, it's going to be faster than boat in this case, because it has to go down through Panama from where we were. Yeah, I think we were over in Arkansas, which is the Gulf of Mexico, and you know, you got to ship it from that spot to somewhere like, say, Houston or Louisiana. Get to the port to bring it over here. So Port Angles, that's our turn. So we're going to be leaving the interstate system. Start punching it. We see another exit for Port Engels in a mile. The last, 80 or 90 miles or so are going to be on rural roads. Now, I've been to Port Engels and my other plays. On other career modes, so I know for a fact that it is mostly rural roads. And matter of fact, Highway 101, US 101 is a rural highway for the most part. And it's going to be dark when we get to Port Engels. Now, this has taken us almost 2.5 hours to get this shipment here. Got a hiding cop there. He's looking for his next meal. Reduce speed to 45. So Port Engels is up by a town that most people who've read the Twilight series know. That is right. Forks, Washington is right up in this area of the country. Just a little bit further along the Juan de Fuca Strait, excuse me. It's further out than Port Engels, if I remember correctly. I don't know if it's in this game. I've not been out that way. We are getting close now. Got some of these guys turning off to Discovery Bay. Yeah, they're all turning off to Discovery Bay. We get this highway to ourselves for a little bit. How nice. Now you wait till we start hauling things like combines this distance. That's going to be a $200,000 job or more. Yep, Forks Sea 55 miles out, so it's just past Port Angles. You fly into SeaTac, you cross the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, and you can head up toward Forks. For all you who are nostalgic people for Twilight, yeah, there's your journey. Most of those people be the millennials. I don't know how many of the kids these days read that anymore, to tell you the truth. Twilight really didn't hit it off as big as, say, Harry Potter or The Hunger Games. But it still, nonetheless, was it was very much a very big novel. I'd say about 15 or so years ago. Right around 2010 or so, yeah. And we see that our destination is coming up. And we can see that we've got the shop right there for our upgrade. Perfect. We are going to get the Discovery for Port Angles. That does not surprise me. Actually, this is Port Angels. I've been pronouncing it wrong. There's an E in there. Port Angels. So, now that we're in Port Angels, we make our turn, we take this delivery to where it needs to be. So from farm to shop. How interesting. So we're going to have to cut into the turn lane over here. To make that turn, we're going to have to do that. So we're going to hit our blinker in 3, 2, 1. We're going to cut all the way over. We will place it where they want it. That is drop it here. And let's see what we get. Gonna be guaranteed 1 level, maybe 2. Oh, so close. So close. Let's see what this company has to offer. We're going to finish our upgrade. So they want us to take this to Astoria. So that's right here, guys. We're going to say no to that. We're going to do what we normally do, where we go down, see what upgrades are possible, and then find the best paying job that we can that gets us out of Port Angels. All right, let's see what we got. Truck configurator. Figured there'd be no new engine. Transmit. We have an 18 gear. Oh, I think so. Definitely. From the order. Take a look at maintenance, see if anything needs to be maintained. I'm gonna do based on the things that we require. So we now have a 18-speed transmission. That's actually a lot better for us. We can actually start looking into doing those heavier loads. So let's see if there's anything worth our time here. Sometimes we draw a short straw at this place, but usually there's almost always something going across the country. Look at this going to Montrose, Colorado, but the price they want is garbage. We've got Seattle here, 6,108. Oakland, California for 15. That's a pack of generators. Victoria, Texas, 42,000. That's... Yeah, there's nothing good going across the way. I mean, that's the best one to Victoria, Texas, but take a look, you know, you're going to go 2,459 miles and be paid 42,000. This one's 32 and it's about the same. I'm really tempted to say we go back to California on the next episode. Let's set the GPS for this one. Choosing Oakland because Oakland's a big port city. Don't get me wrong, Port Angels is too. But Port Angels don't have crap right now.
But we'll get over here. We'll see about the job. We'll double check to make sure that's what we want to do. See, our truck is going quite a bit faster than it used to. That upgrade at work, guys. Let's take a look. Well, that's the only thing they have here is the Maersk load, so that's good because that's the port. That is the port, guys. Maersk is the port. And we won't have time for that one tonight. Let's take a look and see if anything new has popped up since we did the upgrade just now. It usually takes a few minutes, so let's have a look. Probably not, but or angels. Oh, see, this one has popped up. That's the one we're gonna take though, so. Well, guys, that is it for tonight. This is where we are going to leave it. And it has been pleasure. It has been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed this long haul episode. The next one will probably be one or two drives, but it won't be definitely won't be that super long haul that we just had. But until then, I wish you all a good day, and I will see you next time